wake up and you're like, how can I face today? How am I going to deal with all of this? Oh my gosh. It's a struggle. For many of us, it's quite a struggle. And what what can you do about it? Well, I'll tell you what I do about it. Cats is the answer. It might not be the answer for you. So, my name's Penny. This is Cat Chat with Penny. And I'll be honest, I nearly completely forgot that I go live on Wednesdays because, well, there's a fair chance that I might have forgotten that today was Wednesday because I was pretty sure that Monday was Tuesday. And so I put my garbage to the curb a week or a day early, and it was all so confusing. So this morning I'm like, what am I supposed to do? And who knew? But I'm here. So here's the deal, though. I gotta tell you. I mean, life is challenging for a lot of us. If you don't have days when you wake up and wonder how you're gonna face the day, then fantastic. It's been a long time since I've woken up in the morning and felt really, really good. I've had a couple episodes here and they're more and more frequent. But last year was a certifiable nightmare. It was terrible. This year, things are improving. And so, how do I do it? Well, before I go into that too much, I do like to, I like it when people check in, say hello, tell me where you're watching from, because I like to know who I'm reaching today. I'm broadcasting live from my furnished attic space here in Williamson, New York, the home of Mew Mew House, which is a retirement home and hospice for cats. So let me know where you are and who you are and why. No, you don't have to tell me why, but I'm curious. So the question is, the reason why I said this was this morning I woke up and my first thought was, well, let me backtrack a little bit. Monday, was it Monday? Yes, Monday, I did an interview for a job. I have been looking for work because I need a job. A lot of us do. I need to work. I interviewed for a job. It was one of these one-way interviews where, and if you've not had one of these things before, it's kind of trippy. But basically, you're given a question, and then you record your response and submit a video of your response. There's not actually a human being there. They're going to watch it later, and then they'll be like, maybe we'll actually do a live interview with you. So these kinds of jobs, there's, getting a job today is very different than it was 20 years ago, especially with the pandemic and so on. It's been a challenge. So this morning when I woke up, and I wasn't sure what day it was, all I knew is I was waking up. And it's a little disconcerting this week because it's spring break for my son, who's a senior in high school, which means he doesn't have school this week. So usually what gets me out of bed is twofold. So I gotta get him out of bed because he's a teenager. Okay, so I gotta get him out of bed, and I gotta feed the cats. Now I haven't had to get my child out of bed, so I had to feed the cats. But without the pressure of a school bus coming, I was quite comfortable, and the cats were actually pretty okay with this too. I was very comfortable and cozy, and they're purring, doing their cat things. But as I was becoming conscious, my first thought was, what if I don't get a job? This is a big deal. We live in a world where, yeah, they say money can't buy you happiness, but you need money to have a chance at happiness because you need money for a roof over your head, for food on the table, for gas in your car, for a car, and so on. And like a lot of us, money's been tight, and I throw a lot of my money at the cats, which there are people who think that I'm a fool for doing this. I would argue no, because here's the deal. say I do cat rescue, I save cats. But did you know that the cats have saved me? Pretty much the entirety of last year and a good chunk of 2020, I was in a really bad headspace. And it would be very easy for me to write it all off. To just be like, You know what? Nobody needs me." I mean, my child has a father who's okay. I mean, we're divorced, but that's all right. I mean, at least, his father and I, we have a decent relationship still, and my son would be fine. So what am I doing here? What purpose do I serve? But then there are all of these cats. And I wake up in the morning, I'm like, "Oh, what if I don't get a job? Or how am I going to pay the bills? Or what am I going to do?" And I freak out. And then the cats are sitting there purring and looking at me, and I sit up and they practically wrestle with me just so they can rub their little faces on mine to purr, purr, purr. And I'm like, okay, I have a purpose. This is what I need. So, what gets me out of bed in the morning? What helps me? My cats do. And that's why I do what I do. That's why if you're having a struggle with your pet, I encourage you. Maybe I'm not the person to talk to, but I'm here. I do have a business phone number you can call, Mew Mew House, and we can talk about your challenges with your pet. This morning, I have a good friend who actually isn't on social media, but she's in a difficult spot with her cat who is doing poorly. And I realized that not only do I take care of these cats, but I'm also helping the people to whom these cats belong or belonged. For example, when I take in somebody's, a cat, an elderly cat that belonged to somebody's mom who's recently passed away, not only am I helping the cat, but I'm helping that family. Or when my friend calls and says, I mean, this is it. I don't think we're gonna make it to the weekend. What do I do? I'm there. I can help. And that gives me purpose. And what all do we really need in life? Yes, we need the basics. We need room and board. We need a roof over our head. We need food. We need clothing. And then we need purpose. And for me, purpose is helping people. I help people with their cats, which is great because then the cats help me and it's a win-win. But I go further and I have this whole career in paleontology and in science and in writing. And these are things where I actually can help even more people, maybe not with cats directly, but with communication and being present when somebody needs somebody to be present. So there we are. That's I'm here because today, with not a very good plan, because I lost track of what day it was and I had a rough morning because my brain was messing with me, and I went into crisis mode. But now I'm telling y'all right now, you're important. Somebody's life is better because you exist in this world. And just keep going. This too shall pass. Things are terrible sometimes, but I've learned, I'm old enough to know that no matter how awful things are, things usually improve. And as long as you remember your purpose, what you're about, focus on that, take care of you, you're going to be all right. And that's what I got today. For me, helping cats helps me, helps the cats, helps the people connected to the cats, whether it be a family who's lost a loved one. Sometimes it's a shelter worker or another rescue organization where they brought in a cat that just isn't gonna do well. as a traditional rescue, or you're going to do well as a adopt, a foster, whatever. So I'm my purpose is to help people. All right. And cats is one way I can do that. And so like I said, the world is better for somebody because you exist. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your week. Happy Wednesday. It's actually Wednesday, I think. And I will see you probably more prepared next Wednesday for a cat chat with Penny. Have a lovely day.